G'day, I'm Jason Belmonte, PBA Player of the Year. Now you may have heard about this new and exciting format, X Games Bowling. You're about to watch a video of a couple of guys filmed by the bowling show with a demonstration on how this new format works. So sit back and enjoy the show. Let us know what you think. Who knows, this may be the future of bowling.
Welcome to another X Games King of the Mountain Challenge, coming to you again from beautiful Lake Macquarie, Australia. Today our carryover champion David Hurst is battling fellow teammate from the Newcastle Cougars team, none other than Steve Smith. There will be no quarter asked for or given in this match today between these two mates. I've really been looking forward to watching this match. It should be a really close contest today. Defending champion has lane choice to start. David has decided to go on the attack. Starts off with a strike. Immediately that forces Steve to produce a strike. Only a 9 count for Steve. So first point, first blood to David Hurst, defending champion. Steve needs to settle into a rhythm fairly quickly here. This ball looks okay. And again a 9 count. Another opportunity for David to capitalise and take away the first game. David's been bowling exceptionally well lately. His strike percentage has been around 70%, which is right up there with the likes of Jason Belmonte and co, but in this instance he didn't quite get the strike. With X Games Pro Score, every single shot bowled is either an opportunity to win the point or an opportunity to save the point. You will never see any dead balls bowled, and the last ball bowled is always the decider, unlike what you see on the Pro Tour and other World Bowling events. Okay, 9 spare for both these guys, and point continues. Steve's turn now on the right hand lane, trying to get settled into this match. Puts the ball in, looks okay, but only a 9 count. Another 9 there. So we have 9 spare plays, 9 spare, and a 9 count for Steve. That's a great shot by David. He takes away the point and the first game in this match. David's trying to give himself a handy lead before Steve really gets into the rhythm of this match. Takes another great strike. He could be hard to beat again today. Steve on the left hand lane now. Steadies himself, puts the ball out there in the lane, looks pretty good. Yes, he gets a strike as well. Keeps the point alive, both bowlers on a strike apiece. I'm hoping both these guys can get themselves lined up in this match so we can get a couple of really nice long rallies in it. And that's a big strike again for David. Steve needs to be pretty careful here, otherwise David's going to get away from him. 2 strikes David, 1 strike for Steve. Really needs to go with it. And great, he gets another strike, so that's 2 strikes all. Oh, and again David, he's looking awesome at the moment. Walks across to intimidate Steve a little bit on that left hand lane as he came back. Will it have any effect? Steve's up to the task. Yeah, he likes it. 3 bagger for each bowler. Can they keep this going? Let's watch this one. Another strike. That's 4 in a row for David. Steve's got to be starting to feel a bit of the pressure here now. Gets set. We want to see another strike here. And he gets it too. That's 4 in a row each bowler. David back on the attack now. Went a little bit long by the looks of it. And came up light. Only a 9 count for him. He was really hoping to keep that rally going. And now gives Steve a chance. If he can get a strike, he'll take this point. And he needs it too. Oh, really late pinfall there. He was really lucky to get away with that one. Look at the smile on their faces. Takes the point. Now goes on the attack for Steve, and another strike for him. He's keeping it going really well. Now it's David's turn. Let's see if he can match it with Steve this time. Oh, and another one with a late pinfall. A little bit of luck for both these guys, so that evens it up. Steve throws it out on the lane a long way. Wow, that's unbelievable. How did that 9-pin stay there? That was an unlucky shot for Steve. And that was a terrible shot by David. Only a 5 count. He's in real trouble on this one now. Steve can even up the match here with a quite simple spare. And he does it. Takes the spare, evens up the match. 1 game apiece. He's thrown that one pretty quick. And end result, yeah, came up light. 9 count. Another chance for Steve. He can take advantage again if he can just roll a good shot. Only a 9, same as David. Both bowlers will have to bowl out their spare now. A spare, that puts a little bit of pressure. Steve has to spare this one, stay in the point. And he does, so we've got a rally starting here. Both bowlers on a 9 count. Is that a twinkle in the eye of our carryover champion, or is it just a little bit of stardust passing him by? Time will tell. Oh, not a good shot. Doesn't want us to see his face there, walk backwards on it. Now for Steve, can he get a strike here? No, not quite. But at least he's got a fairly easy spare. Looks like he should take the point okay. And David threw that point away. Steve already had a higher pin count on the first ball, so there was no need for him to bowl out that second shot. He already won the point. That brought up set point for Steve, but that's certainly not the shot that he wanted to follow that last one with. David's up already, needs to pull out one of these really big shots of his to save this set, and he does. Now we go into a tie break for the first set. Whoever makes a bad shot on this next point here will lose the first set. David wants another strike. Try to put a bit of pressure on Steve. He gets it. Look at that smile. He's really pleased with that one. Steve now ready to go. Plenty of pressure on this one, let me tell you. What's going to happen here? Gets a strike. We're still in this tie break for the first set. This is really great stuff. Champ and challenger locked in a great battle here. Another strike by David. And he walks back down the challenger's side. I think there's a bit of tactics in that one. Steve's ready to go. First set on the line. How's this going to turn out? And a strike. That's 2 strikes apiece. Got this rally going. Tie break for the first set. David's been walking around the players area looking pretty determined on this one. I think he's going to go for it. And he gets a good ball in there. Great strike. That would have to have been a satisfying shot for David then. I don't know if Steve's feeling the pressure, but I certainly am. Here's his shot. What can he do with this one? Oh, unlucky, a 9 count. So David Hurst takes out the first set in this thrilling X Games match from Super Strike Warners Bay. Let's keep this going. Straight into the second set now. Steve Smith with his first shot. Wants to attack straight back. And he gets a strike. Yeah, he needs a few of these. Remember, these matches are a best of 3 sets, so Steve really needs to dig in and win this one, otherwise he's out of the match. And David knows it. He's going with him as well. That was another nice strike by David. Let's see, what can Steve do with this one? Would like another strike, and he gets it. A little bit late on the 7-pin, but it still went down. That look said, match that, Dave Hurst. 2 strikes to Steve, 1 strike to David. And drops another one. 10-pin late. And that was the look in return. This is 2 mates playing for keeps. Here goes Steve now. Concentration there. Yeah, like that shot. 3 strikes challenger, 2 strikes champion. First point of the second set. Make that 3 strikes champion, 3 strikes challenger. Steve Smith. And leaves at 10-pin. 9 count for him. Bit of an opportunity here. David can win this point with another strike. And he leaves at 9. So the left-hander's got a 7-pin and the right-hander has a 10-pin to convert. Both players need to get a spare on this one to keep the point on the go. Steve's okay with his. What's David going to do? Looks like okay. Yep. Oh, and he bounced that pin right out onto the lane. Came out a long way. Still sitting in the gutter out there. Okay, Steve with another strike. We're into the 5th frame on this rally. Steve very determined to get back into this match, and David determined to keep him out. David gets his strike. Rally continues. Our carryover champion Dave Hurst leads 1-0. Both these guys have been travelling nicely. Steve now with another shot. Goes high. Oh, split. That's not a good result for him. Opportunity for the champ, and he's shown plenty of ability to take advantage of it. Gets the strike. And he likes it. Takes his time on the walk back, and you can see Steve Smith does not like it. Yeah, it's quite understandable. When this match is over, these two guys will go back to being mates, but just at the moment, they're mortal enemies. Wow, what a shot that was. This has been a great match so far. I don't know how long these guys can keep this up. I'd be happy to watch them do it all day. Steve with another shot. Leaves the 10. Oh no, gets the 10 pin. Messenger was late, but eventually it got there. David now up on the right hand lane. Another great strike. Both these guys giving it everything they got. Steve Smith, left hand lane, needs a strike here, and he gets one again. This is the 2nd frame of the rally. 2 strikes apiece. Our champ sets up for the 3rd shot in this rally. Gone well so far. Yes, takes out the 7 pin with the messenger. Can't seem to wipe that smile from the champ's face. That reminds me, how often do you actually see bowlers smiling? Steve now, 9 count. That gives Dave Hurst the point. Situation pretty serious now for our challenger. He's pretty much on the ropes. What can he do with it? He gets the strike. He's determined to stay in this match. Yeah, he liked that one. Dave now, what can he do? Yeah, he gets another strike. Match is in the balance here. It could go either way, actually. Both bowlers bowling really well. They both deserve to win this. Oh, that unlucky shot there. Just went a little bit wide, left the bucket. 6 count. Makes it pretty easy on David. What's he going to do now with this one? Couldn't quite get the killer blow on that one. Steve can only do his best and get a spare here and just hope that David misses on his spare. How's he going to go with it? Yeah, he gets it, gets the bucket. That was a good shot. Outcome of this point is in Dave Hurst's hands now. Gets a spare. He goes up for a match point. Dave Hurst holding match point against our challenger, Steve Smith. Oh, ring 7 despite a good shot. That was very unlucky then. 4 pin just went round the outside of the 7 pin, left it standing cold. Opportunity for Steve to save match point here, and he does with a strike. That was a great shot again. This match isn't over yet. The champ still holding match point against the challenger. I'm holding my breath on the outcome of this shot. And it's a strike. Great result under pressure. That's a fantastic result. Challenger is safe from losing this point, but can he win it? Depends on Dave. And he gets a strike too, so we have to go again. How cool is this? This is great stuff. Let's sit back and watch this next shot. Here we go. Puts it out on the lane. Looks pretty good. And another strike. Challenger knows he's safe for at least one more frame. Can only imagine how hard this one's going to hit the pins. Throws it out well. Another strike. The champ's hanging in there. Still holding match point. I wonder how long Steve can keep this up for. Sets up for another strike. That one looks pretty good too. Put it out on the lane nicely. And solid strike for him. Stays in there again. Stays safe. David now needs to answer. What can he do? Oh! 9 count. Loses that point. Loses the advantage of match point. We're back to 1 game all. Second set. Psychological advantage swinging back the other way now. David, only 7 count. Big opportunity now for Steve Smith, the challenger. If he gets a strike here, no, he can't quite do it either. 7 count plays 9 count. Dave Hurst needs to steady the ship with a good shot. Oh, missed the spare, takes the pressure right off the challenger now. Steve only needs to knock down this 1 pin and that'll bring up set point for him. He does that. So set point now to Steve Smith, and he's on the attacking side. Gets a strike. Can't do any better than that. Our current champ, Dave Hurst, after having his opponent on the ropes, has allowed him right back into this match. Strike against strike as we wait to see what's going to happen in this set point. As Steve gets ready for this shot, I'm sure I know what he'd like to happen. Looks okay. Oh, unlucky there. Leaves the 7-pin. Very disappointing, and you could see it on his face as he came back. David now with a chance. Oh, only a 7 count for David. Let's put it right back to Steve. He's got a great chance here. Can take this set. Just needs a spare, and he gets it. Well done. So we go 1 set all. Steve Smith wins the second set. That means we go into a deciding third set. X Games Bowling King of the Mountain Challenge. We're at Super Strike, Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia. Okay, let's do it. As always, right lane bowls first. Dave Hurst, our champion, gets away with a strike. First up. First 2 sets were cracking contests. I can't wait to see what happens in this one. Steve Smith, our challenger, up on the left-hand lane now. Gets a strike as well. 1 strike apiece for these guys. They're at it again. Both these bowlers are showing exceptional skill here today. They're both bowled at such a high standard. Dave Hurst is actually running at above 65% strike rate, while Steve Smith is not far behind with above 54%. That's exceptional bowling by both bowlers. Steve's last shot, however, was a little bit of a miss-hit, so that hands the first point in the third and deciding set to our carryover champion Dave Hurst. And Steve gets another strike. That was a better shot. That sets him up for a chance to take this point away if Dave doesn't get a strike. This could be ugly. Oh, that's okay. It worked out well. That certainly put a smile on David's face. Steve up now, right lane. Would like another strike. Keep this rally going. Oh no. Unfortunate that one went through the nose also, but didn't get the result that David did the ball before. No real pressure on David now to make a good shot on this one. And he gets a great strike. All 10 pins have gone deep in the pit on that one. David ready to go again. Wants to put this match away as quickly as he can, I think. But this match is much closer than the scoreboard actually shows. Yeah, nice strike again for David. It would be really handy if Steve could find a strike on this shot. Otherwise, he's going to have match point against him. He goes in a bit light, only an 8 count. So here we go. Match point for our defending champion, David Hurst. Steve Smith bowling to save the match. And he gets a 9. I'm sure he's disappointed with that one. Shakes the head. Door is wide open for David. All he needs to do is make one good shot here, and couldn't do it. Critical point for Steve here. Has to get a spare. If he gets that, he'll take this point, relieve a little bit of pressure on him, and he does. He gets it. Takes the point. Match point here for the champ. Gets the ball first. Can he get a strike on this one? Put maximum pressure on? No, only an 8 count. Oh, the pressure's really starting to show on our champion here, Dave Hurst. Steve Smith. Match point against him, facing defeat here. Needs a really good shot just to stay in the match. What can he do with it? And a 9. Still has a little bit of an advantage in this point. He desperately needs to get a spare on this one. David should clean his up. Just gets it. 8 spare. So if Stephen misses this one, it's all over. Has to get the spare to stay in the match. Yes. Gets the 10 pin. Stays in the match. Brings it back. 1 game apiece in the final and deciding set. That was so close to being all over. Every shot now, huge pressure, gets the strike. Well done. This match has been so entertaining. It's actually a shame that one of these bowlers has got to lose. A strike on this ball would be really handy. Yes, great ball. Good strike. Someone has to break here in a minute with this pressure. This is incredible. Steve now throws it out. That ball looks pretty good. Manages to trip out that 7 pin. That's a double for Steve, and David's next up. What's he going to do with it? Yes, nice ball again. Rally is continuing now with 2 strikes each. I'm running out of superlatives for these 2 bowlers. This has been an awesome match. Steve now with another strike. That's 3 in a row for Steve. Pressure's incredible on David. Has to throw a good one. And he only ends up with a 9. Point goes to Steve Smith. Match point Are we going to see a new champion out of this? David now throws it wide. It came back a long way. Yeah, trips out that 7-pin with a big messenger across the deck. Great shot. Hold your breath. Let's see what's going to happen here. Throws it out. Doesn't look too good. No, only an 8 count. So now we've got a tiebreaker for the match. Whoever wins this next point will be the winner of the match. Steve goes through the nose, 9 count. Huge opportunity now. David only needs to throw a strike. Will take this match to retain the crown of X Games King of the Mountain champion. He gets it. Commiserations to Steve Smith. He put up a gallant fight, but David Hurst retains his title. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone who has been supporting X Games Bowling as well. We'll see you again very soon.